Even sure how this shit works anymore. I haven't streamed in a while. Okay, well, looks like everything's working as it should be. I don't know about the sound, but I mean, I guess we'll find out another day. Um, Probably need to move my mic closer, right? That will probably bring up the sound to where it should be. Yeah, get everything positioned correctly, and we're probably good to go. Probably, I don't know, but whatever. Figure it out later. I'll figure it out later. Yeah, that's probably. Yeah, I don't really know. All right. So how do we usually do this? It's been a while since I streamed. I forgot what I usually do. Uh, the market's just been so ass. This market right now is okay. I think the first thing we do is review our trades. I didn't really take a lot of trades, but let's see what trades I took this week. I can pull it up in my phone. I made some money this week. I lost a lot of money over the last, I think, 2 months of me not streaming. The market was bad, but I thought I was that guy. You know, a lot of times we think we're that guy and we get humbled. The market puts some respects. And it humbles us, put things into perspective pretty much. Yeah, you'll never beat the market. I mean, you just need to ride the market pretty much. You need to go with the flow of the market. When things is looking bad and you're trading still, I don't know. I thought, since I was day trading, I would be all right. I took some swing trades because we had like maybe like a week or 2 weeks. Not definitely not 2 weeks, but we had like a week where the market was bursting up and then it fell right back down. And then now currently this week the market kind of burst up again. So we could get something decent. Where's all my trades at? I'm not seeing this shit. Very weird. Oh, here we go. All right, so I took a couple of trades here. I took CING. I took GovX. Let's see. I know I haven't been. I know a lot of my failure lately has been because I just haven't been disciplined. I haven't been working as hard. I turned 32. My goal at 32 is to maintain, like my living conditions and use the knowledge I have to try to gain more. What's going on, Brandon? Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, we're still up this year. I mean, honestly, it's because the first, I don't, it's like a couple of months. So the first half of the year, we absolutely killed it. We destroyed it. And, yeah, that kind of saved us because this last 2 months, I kind of got my ass whooped. But the first half of the year, like we was up around like 100%. So, I mean, that honestly, I didn't make it to 100%, but I was like maybe one good day away from it. So I was up like probably like 90 something percent. Yeah. Yeah, what was I like? I was essentially like $4,000 away from being up 100%. So it was like $4,000 away. So it wasn't. It was maybe like a good week, maybe not a good day, or like just a really good trade. No, I was less than 4,000. It was like 3,000 actually. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Pretty much, we was up like 100%. It was really close, and I just needed like 1 or 2 good days to really get that. So like in a week, could have made that, but like I don't know. I kind of just spiraled after my birthday. I just wasn't trying to be as active on the market. Wasn't trying to be as disciplined, and I thought, all my knowledge would carry me. Uh, Yeah, it didn't go down that way. That's what I can say. Why does this look like this? All right. All right, so we have some trades here that we did take. I don't know why I said that. We took Endo on Monday. I think that's this day right here. Made some money on that. We took it at. I don't really want to. I should go over these trades. I don't really want to go over the trades though. 'Cause some of them we can't go far back enough to really look at it. So we took Endo on Monday, right? I just came from the gym. My hair itches. I should have probably washed it, but I just washed it yesterday. I don't really want to dry it out. I'm already old and it's already fading and thinning out, so I got to keep it like in a healthy condition. I can't just wash it every day because it itches. And I didn't put a lot of product in my hair either. I think I only put like some Jamaican black castor oil in my hair. So yeah, let's do this right. Um, yeah, I want to be lazy, but I think that's the problem. Like I don't want to work as hard as I was before, and that's what's causing me to lose money. Like my head's not into it like right now. Like I just want to get by and make money. Like I don't want to put in all the same effort that I did before, and it's not working out well. But those are the things that you got to, like kind of realize and, tell yourself like, okay, you're being lazy and that's why you're getting your ass whooped. I mean, that's the truth. Like I'm not working nowhere near as hard, and I stopped streaming. My preparation each day was, instead of it being, like an hour and 30 minutes that I was doing before and me reviewing all my trades, it was like 10 minutes, literally. And it was like 10 minutes while I was playing Elden Ring. That's also something I did. Over this last 2 months, I think I put in over 240 hours into Elden Ring. And I should have streamed that, if I was going to play that much. I didn't know I was going to get that much into it though. I mean, I never played a Souls game in my life. And yeah, I guess it's not a Souls game, but it is a Souls game. Like it's FromSoft, something like that. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, so I took Endo on Monday. This is Monday. This is the 10-minute. I don't know if I can look at the 5-minute, but I haven't really been using the 5-minute. I've been using the 10-minute as of late. So I took it at 422 because that's when the linear move was made. Let's pull up some old charts here so people can, it can be a refresher to people who just don't understand what I do. Even though I have a video on my YouTube about how to trade like me and pretty much my momentum trading style and why it's profitable or can be profitable if you actually put some time into it. We actually had like a really good month for it, but I was being shitty as hell during that month. I don't know. I just wasn't working. I wasn't even like being at the computer. I was just slumming it. So where's the really good one with all the rules? No, that's not it. Okay, I have one in my Discord. Yeah, I have one in my Discord. So let's go look at that. Wrong Discord. Generation playbook. Okay. Requirements. Here we go. What is this one? This is MLGO. Okay, so I can just pull that up then. I probably need to go over the rules myself. Not really, but obviously I do because I haven't been paying. I haven't been disciplined. No, those are the study docs. Let's review MLGO. So and I wrote this I wrote this shortly after my birthday. So this is when I was doing good and working hard, and this was just like my birthday was May 30th. And I turned 32, and my whole life plan after turning 32. Brandon said hi again. Yeah, what's going on, Brandon? My mic's working. So yeah, this is requirements. You want to see intraday momentum, as you can see here. If I back out of here, okay, you can see there's some intraday momentum here clearly. So the first thing you want to see is intraday momentum. You also want to see high volume with that, and this setup has that. So Trade universe of explosive stocks. You kind of want to filter out for explosive stocks. So you have to figure out how to do that on your own. I can't really tell you my secret to doing that. I mean, that's the one thing I am not being transparent about. But I'm pretty sure I talked about it in another video. I'm just not being transparent here. But you can see, like, I have this small cap momentum kind of thing, and it picks up on these stocks that make really big moves. It's not that hard to figure out. It might take a little bit of effort, but if we go to the daily and we look at this, you'll see all of these are, yeah. So this is what my scan is picking up on these stocks that have a stream momentum, on the day. Yeah, you can just kind of look at the volume and how much it runs up and, create a scan based on stocks that have that potential. You can also just do like a high ADR scan, even though I don't think that would be the best. But that can also possibly work. Most of these stocks, if we go back and look, have like really high ADR. So this one's 31, this one's 23, this one's 15, 12, this one's 6, but it made a 26% move. So you can see you won't get all of them if you do that. But yeah, most of these have like extremely high ADR. So this one's 4 and it went up 25%. So you won't get them all, but I would honestly argue that the ones that's like 4 or 5 and stuff like that, 6, 7, ADR, they're probably not the ones you want to be in anyways. So, I mean, we can make an argument. You can see some of these some of the ones at the bottom are not good. But yeah, you can make an argument that the ones that you really want to be in, like, for example, Indo this week, ADR is 18. That's really high. GovX, I don't know what the ADR was before it broke out. No, the ADR was also high before it broke out. So you can see, you can also do like a 3-day ADR scan. You see the 3-day ADR is 75. How do I zoom again? Oh, okay. No, my button. Yeah, my button was breaking before I stopped streaming. That's what was going on. So you can see here that the ADR is, look at this. It's 75. So this is 3-day ADR and it's 75. So yeah, I mean, that should give you like some type of that should. A lot of these have a stream ADR is pretty much. So if you don't really know how to make a explosive stocks scan, you can kind of try to shortcut it with just an ADR scan. I don't know, maybe like ADR above 14, 15, something like that. Or 3-day ADR is a certain amount, something like that, and you'll probably find it, right? Anyways, so here's the requirements. Intraday momentum breakout. Let's go back to the stock we was looking at, which was Indo on... we can do 10 minutes. It really doesn't matter. Indo on the 12th is when I took it. All right. So here is the start of the day. Let's look at the start of the day so we can see this in actual. So this is the first minute of the day. It actually ran down and then it broke. Okay. So you can see this has a stream intraday momentum. Clearly, you can also see it has a stream intraday volume. I mean, look at this. It's trading millions on some of these bars. The price of the stock has to be above 1 for me. You might want to push this higher if you have like fees on per share. If you're like percent based on how much money, it wouldn't matter. But if you're like, oh, they charge you a cent per share or something like that, and you buy 1,000, you're increasing your risk. We're okay. So has to have R vol in the day. As you can see clearly, that big linear move into consolidation. That's what you want to see on this. So you can see this is a big linear move on consolidation. I brought at 422. Now why did I buy at 422? I don't know, because I should have brought at the high. This might have broke and then pull it back, and I got in at 422, or I could have just jumped the gun. Who knows? Don't know, don't remember. But you got your big move into consolidation, right? And that's how you want to trade this. You put your stop at the little candle. So I'm moving too fast. Entry bar has R vol on consolidation. All right, so you can see extremely high R vol here. See if I remember these buttons. Let's make this yellow. Okay, this needs to be bigger. Let's do this again. So as you can see, This is extremely, you can see during the consolidation, when it broke consolidation, this was the breakout bar, right? So we just draw this straight down. You can see that's the breakout bar. And then, as you see, it just runs up from here, right? So you get this will be your stop will be from here to here. This will be your risk. So you size based on this entry right here. You take the entry based on the high, even though I got in at 422. And then, you usually would sell out when you break the 10, the EMA 10. But this is what I trade on the 5 minute. So if we look at the 5 minute here, but let's actually moving too fast again. Trade the very liquid stocks. Yeah, so you don't want to be in stocks. I mean, you don't apply this strategy to something that's not trading millions and millions of dollar value. Like I said, that stock was trading millions per 10-minute bar. It was trading like 10 million shares per bar, and it's at $4. So it's trading over $4 million volume every 10 minutes, right? So that's very good liquidity. Like, I mean, even if you were, you had the big baller bank account, like you will be able to get in and out of this stock with that type of liquidity, right? Essentially, you can put in, $1 million in this and still get out. You're not even going to be, in a 30-minute bar, you're not even going to be 25% of the volume if you put in $1 million. So, I mean, that's kind of what you want to see, right? You want to be able to get in and get out of stocks, with that has liquidity. You don't want to get stuck, because then if you get stuck, you're going to get hit with slippage, and that's going to mess up your risk reward ratio a lot. Over 100 trades, getting hit with slippage a bunch is just not good. So here, this one talking about pocket pivots. You have pocket pivots outside of the high. So you see right here, this is a pocket pivot. You have these 3 bars consolidated and broke. You can take that. I do not recommend doing that. I just take the high of day breakouts. But I do see people trying to take the pocket pivots, and they can be very profitable if you predict right. But I mean, you're skewing the ratio, but you're upping the reward. But how much are you upping the reward is really the case. If it's a really nice pocket pivot and the volume is strong and it's close to the high, okay, I understand. But I would avoid pocket pivots, especially if they're not really close to the high of day. I usually just take the breakout on high of day. This is the preferred entry here. Lower candle stop to risk type best RR for quick trades. I don't know what the hell I was trying to say. Pretty much, you want to have low candle stop. If it breaks the low of the breakout anyways, if you think about it from a psychological standpoint of who's trading this, when people see their stock break out, or when people enter here, because you get this burst of volume here, if people see that, it goes under the original bar, they're probably going to dump. So these other little candles here is probably not going to hold up. These other stops, if you try to use like a previous stop or low consolidation or something, I would use low consolidation before I would use the low of the previous bar or something like that. But yeah, pretty much you want to try to get you want to get the best RR that you can, and you want to get a tight stop if possible. So to do this, you use the low of the breakout bar. And if it breaks below the breakout bar, you can probably consider the trade doesn't have momentum, and you can probably just get out. I mean, that's what I do personally. So you just size based on the high of day to the low of the breakout bar. So when you enter to the low of your breakout bar, that is the risk that you should be putting on. And I risk 1% of my account per trade. Anyone else can do whatever they feel comfortable. You can do 0.5, 0.25. You can do 2. You can do 5. I mean, you can do whatever crazy stuff you want to do. I just do 1. I'm comfortable doing 1. And when I win, if you risk 1% of your account, and let's say you only got a 1% risk on the trade from the high of day to your stop, well, then you get your whole account in. If it goes up 20%, guess what? You just made 20% of your account, or whatever. So I think this is my approach to my risk management system. Everyone's risk management system should be personal to themselves. So you don't have to follow my risk management system. But I would still, even with that, I've taught other people this strategy. They have they move stops and they do stuff a little bit different. Some people take starter positions. They don't, everyone does their own thing, right? So pretty much you can apply your risk management system. That's not like, that is crucial to me about trading this way is, you got to capitalize when you get a good runner, a good momentum trade. But figuring it out is for you and your risk management system. I can't tell you to risk 1% because that might be too much for you. Like that. I could, like, if someone was telling me, yeah, do the strategy and risk 5%, like it works, I wouldn't risk 5% of my account. That sounds crazy to me. So, apply that to yourself however you see fit, the risk management system. But the strategy stays the same. You want to be in a liquid stock, you want to see R-Valve on a day. You want to be in a very liquid stock and you want to see R-Valve on a day. You want to see a big linear move first. So if the stock gaps up and then runs up 20%, you get a big linear move. And then you want to enter on after the consolidation happens and you get a breakout bar with high volume compared to the consolidation. This is the premise of the strategy. You're breaking out of the high of day. You're breaking past the high of day. You enter at the high of day after it consolidates close to the top of the high of day. This is the premise of the strategy. And then you use volume for signals. And you want to make sure everything is in line with the stock being very liquid so you do not face slippage. Can you make money on this on stocks that, are not very liquid? Probably, but why? There's enough liquid ones. And like I said, this is a momentum-based strategy. A momentum-based strategy should be very liquid. You want to be able to carry this into way higher percents of your account. You don't want to just do this to get, until you get to 100,000 and then every single time you get stopped out, you're getting slipped bad because the stock is only trading 2,000 shares per, 5 minutes or something. So slippage is very important to pay attention to, especially with these small cap stocks. A lot of people I see get killed on slippage, and it's because they don't focus on, the liquidity. And also, you got stuff like, if there's a halt and there's just not enough people trading, you can get hit big, man. You can, I've seen some of these, like the very illiquid ones. That's why I don't trade them. I see some of these slip down like 10%. If you got a big position and slips down 10%, that's very bad. Anyways, it says figure out your own exit. Easy exit is the break of the 9 EMA or whatever moving average you prefer. This is that's the most simple exit, right? So, hey, it breaks here, you get out. Cool. This right here is probably like a 1 hour trade. Not like this trade. This was a 9 hour plus trade, believe it or not. That is insane. How? Where? I don't know about that one, G. But if I said so, it probably is true. But anyways, that's the strategy. So now let's apply this to this. So we took endo here, and you can see the linear move happened here. We entered at 422, but we should have entered here at 435, but I did not. Probably jumped the gun. Like I said, I've been undisciplined. Oh, I entered here, right here. Okay, cool. Understood. I don't know why I did that, but, and then we would ride this up. So we entered at 422 at, I don't know what the risk was. Maybe the risk was like 592. And then we would have got stopped out when it crossed here. So this is like a 1.5 hour trade. Pretty decent. Let's look at some other trades. Actually, let's go to the, I don't really use the 5 minutes as much as I used to. Not that it's bad. I just think that the 5 minute chops you up on more stuff. Okay. Why is the daily not doing, the 5 minute chart not doing what it's supposed to? Okay, August 12th. So here's another one. This trade right here, if you'd have took this 4.6 risk and you'd have got stopped out somewhere around here, I guess, depending on who you are, you might have bit the bullet like here, or I don't know, you could have panicked. This might be a panic spot and you could have went negative on this, but that's why I use the 10 minute. Like I said, it chops you up less. But as you can see here, this is a 7%. So this is still like a 1.5 hour trade. Didn't matter. Like I said, I mainly use the 10-minute now, but there's some other trades on Indo that I took this week. We're gonna see how undisciplined I've been. I know it's bad, but I think this week I kind of tightened up a little bit because I got tired of. Actually, I just looked back at the last 2 months since I turned 32, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna maintain in life. And it just appeared, it was just super appealing that everything kind of just took a turn when I decided that I'm going to not try to push forward in life and just maintain what I have. Because I have a lot. Like, I have a rental property. I have a decent amount of money saved. I have a decent amount of money in the stock market. I have a great job. And it was just like, bro, you can have fun in life. You're 32. You're getting old. You don't need to push yourself every day. Like, enjoy life a little, right? That was the mentality. And what I found during that 2 months is not only did that mentality suck, like I hated it, like have fun, like that was like, bro, that shit was ass. Like, I did not have fun. Watching everything crumble around me because I wasn't working hard was not fun at all. And I don't even understand how people can walk around life with that mentality. It was very weird for me. Like to not be working towards something or, not having progress. It was just a weird, super weird feeling. So I actually sold out of Indo at 461. Interesting. Uh so so where's 461 on that day? So 461 is like up here. Okay, so I sold out when it broke. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, that I think Indo could have been a killer trade, but I was outside playing with my dog or something. No, I was outside working on my fence. That's what I was doing on Monday. That is what I was doing on Monday. I was installing a new fence. So I took the trade, then I went outside and yeah, which is also stupid. All right, ASTS. This is another one. I took this one on Monday. I entered at 1989 on Monday. Oh, this was a swing trade. Right, 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 right. Because it broke out like here or something. I got it on 1989. Listen, if I was still in this, I'll be making tons of money. But we're not. Oh no, I sold at 1989. That's what happened. Yeah. Yeah, because I brought this day and I sold at 1989 on this day because I had moved my stop up to this day, the bottom of this day. No, that's 1959. Yeah, I already got stopped out either way. And then ASTS went on earnings. Cool. So I don't I was trying to play some swings. I got in this one early. I thought this would be because a bunch of communication equipment was breaking out. Um, Not a bunch, but because like the last week has been very finicky. Things broke out and fell apart and broke out, fell apart. I was on to something, but I didn't hold it long enough, which is usually the case with swing trades. All right, moving forward, we took GNLN on I think the same day. So we took GNLN at 12:20. Okay. So how do we fuck up this trade? Because we should have been balling. GNLN at 12:20. Yeah, I don't. How am I not rich, bro? This thing just okay. So when did I get stopped out? Because I must have took it here. I took it at 12:20. Um, Clearly because there's a huge burst of volume. If we can look at this on the 5 minute too, we can just look at this on the 10 though, because yeah, it's going to look similar. Stop, stop. Why are you freezing? Stop. Give me my mouse back, bro. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Is this what the 10-minute looks like? This kind of looks beautiful. Really? What just happened? Everything's right. So, okay. Dude, would you stop freezing? What's going on? All right. So I got in at 12:20. As you can see, I kind of just jumped into this one. So that's not the greatest strategy. Got in at 12:20. If I would have had more discipline and held, because I mean this is beautiful. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Really big run up. I'd have made 67%, but I guarantee that's not what happened. So I got in at 12:20. I brought some more shares at 12:27. Then I brought some more shares at 12:30, and I sold out at 13.53. So I made like $1.50 per share on this, and I brought in multiple times. This is actually a pretty decent trade, 13.53. So I probably just took my money and left. Nah, I mean, I fumble a lot of trades. I'm pretty good at trading though, so I don't really hold it too personal. Um, bon- oh, wait, that name seems familiar. You're probably from the Kumagi chat, right? That seems very familiar. Pluto. But yeah, I don't know. Like this trade was beautiful. Uh even the second entry right here on the 10-minute, like this is also just beautiful. 10% risk, not the best percent risk, but you had no reason to ever sell this if you got in. I I just suck, so I sold it because I'm not disciplined. Like I said, I just haven't been disciplined. I just haven't really been on my shit like that, and I suffered for it. But I'm gonna get back to streaming and prepping every day and just trying to do my best to stay prepared. Like even though I'm saying this, I caught most of these opportunities. The mental state was the thing that stopped me from winning. Like the mental state was the thing that stopped me from winning. Like some trades I just wasn't around to execute. Like I'm just doing other stuff. I'm playing Elden Ring. I'm outside, walking my dog. I'm just literally not taking trading as serious as I was. I was just, I'm trying to like literally just not go as hard at trading. And I don't know why. And I thought, I had a chance of just using all the knowledge that I built up to do well. But no, like I'm not that good of a trader that I can walk away from my. That's probably not true. I could probably walk away from my computer and do better than I ever did. But I don't have the mentality to. Um, I care too much. So like I sit in between of a state of I need to execute my strategy like a robot, or I need to just buy into the stocks and just let them do what they do for the day and just place to stop and walk away. But I sit in between, and that in between state is literally the worst state. That's literally the worst state. And especially when you're not like trading well, or you think the market's not good, so like you're gonna rush to sell things that like I settled for this $1.50, and once again $1.50 on when you got like 3,000, 4,000 shares. It's a lot of money. Like it's not nothing to just scoff at or whatever for your average non-rich person. But the fact is still that this went up. I got in at 12.20. This went up $8. So like on opportunity cost wise, even if I got out like the bottom of here, 15.60, that's still an extra $3 per share. But I can't. My mental's not there to do it right now because I'm not as active and I'm settling for smaller trades because I've been losing and I don't know. So, but yeah, I mean, it's fucking up tons of stuff. I don't even know what that means. You got 2R, got 97% on GovX on a Friday with 2R from my stop. I don't know what that means. You made 2R, but the stock went up 97%. That sounds fucking nuts. Stock went up 97%. You should at least be up like 5R on the trade, in my opinion. Like that sounds like a very huge risk. I don't know. I should have had an amazing trade on GovX, but I just blew it. So I mean, I'm in the same boat as you. So what other trades did I take? Tuesday, I took CXAI. Okay. So Tuesday, I took CXAI. This was a very good trade. I mean, the stock went up pretty linear. Yeah, you can see it gapped up. You know, it gave you the prerequisite. Like, it was screaming, pay attention to me. It gapped up 63%, right? So it gapped up 63%. It made a linear move here, and then it gave you an opportunity to get in. So if you took the high of this or whatever, I don't know, you could say this is the high after the consolidating. So you got a linear run up. I mean, honestly, I think I entered here. I think I should have entered at 298. Let's see what I entered at 298 because that makes the most sense to me. But let's see where I sold at, because once again, I suck ass, and yeah. So I entered at 298. I had a large position. I sold at 306. What am I doing, man? I had a like, bro, the execution is terrible. So I had like a 5.4% risk. This thing went up. Ideally, I would have got out. This should have been a 3R trade. Ideally, I would have got out at 342. That's fucking nuts. You had 97% of your account in GovX and you got stopped? Oh my God. That would make me cry. I would have lost my shit. Uh, um, uh, well, I'm forgetting people's names. So I haven't done this so long. Uh, mm, yeah, I think we're talking about the same Bolton. Let me check my Discord real quick. Why am I missing names? Oh, yeah, now we got it on. Yeah. Yeah, Bolton's in my Discord. Yeah, so yeah, we talked about he told me he had 50% in GovX, and I guess he got a decent trade on it. I don't know. I guess he kind of squandered it a little bit too. Like, the execution wasn't there as much as he would like it to be, but uh yeah, I feel like that's so common. So I got in, oh no, I'm an idiot. So I rebrought CXAI at 337. That's not bad. The 337 is like right here. That's what I should have rebrought it at, right? And then I sold out of that at 337. I sold out of that. God damn, what is going on here? What is all these trades? I sold out at 350 and 352. Okay. So we made some decent money on CXAI. We got two different positive trades on it. Worked out pretty decent, I guess. That's cool. I don't know, podcast or next trade. What's the next trade? Wednesday we took DGLY. This sounds like a bad trade. I don't even remember this trade. Okay, DGLY did. No, this had to be a bad. This is not even a normal setup I would take. This thing is trending down and gapped up. I don't really take these. I don't like. If you look at all the trades I take, it looks like this, right? Looks like CXAI. Looks like this, right? You know, I guess that's not. This one's trending down. Like, this one's going parabolic downwards. This is like a mean reversion. This DGLY. This is like a parabolic mean reversion. If people remember me talking about that, which I don't talk about anymore because I don't trade that anymore. Threw that shit out the window because I have this. I don't really need that. But yeah, I took this one in the morning, I believe, if I recall correctly. I took it at 179 and I lost. So let's see. 179 Tuesday, the day it gapped up. So I took it pretty much at the high of day, and it immediately reversed because that's how life goes. That was life telling me you're not disciplined. Get back to trading what you trade and stop taking random shit. That's what life was telling me when it beat my ass on this setup, right? because I would never trade something like this. Like I said, this is first of all, this is not what I trade. Second of all, why am I taking the 10-minute high? You know, like there's so much going on that's just wrong here. And I lost immediately. Immediately, life just kind of like you wasn't disciplined. Take this ass beating. So that's pretty much for that trade. Wednesday we also took GNL in. No, that trade got canceled. So we only took one trade on. We only took DGLY. Okay, cool. Thursday we took Sing. This order was canceled. So Thursday we took no trades. Okay, that makes sense. And then Friday we can actually review what we did Friday and actually like mark it up, get some notes on here. Oh, I already have one of those. Oh, you're not talking about podcasts. You're talking about like a pod. Yeah, I already have one of those. It's me, Botan, and Thoden. And Botan's from I believe Botan's from Sweden. Not sure. I could be completely wrong. And then Thoden's from Germany. And I'm of course from America. Oh, let's see. Once my computer unfreezes, we can get to actually reviewing the major trades that happened this week. I don't know if that's true. It looks like the strong trades this week was what was the strong trades this week? I I just passed one of them. I think Indo was a strong trade this week, wasn't it? Let's see. Indo was a yes. Indo could have been a very strong trade this week. It went up 40%. I believe it gave a good opportunity to get in and get out. But the main trades this week was obviously GovX was the main one. So we will review that first, which I did not do a very great job. But GovX was a strong trade this week. It was very easy to spot, very easy setup. Could have absolutely killed it. That makes you a quarter eligible for the group. What do we do in the Discord? We don't really do shit. I can pull it up. I mean, Thoden hasn't really been active because the market's been shit. So shout outs to him. That was the correct move. I mean, we called it months ago that the market was kind of like flopping and the strategy wasn't really as good after May. But June had like January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, June had like two weeks where this strategy went crazy. So I came back to try to get in, and then the strategy just started flopping. And the strategy's like picking up lately. But yeah, it's been tough. I mean, we do like prep work for the week or after the week. The show, you can see Bolton Boy here. He's like putting in work. Like I said, I was very active in putting in summaries of what was going on good for the week. I've been lazy as hell. Just straight up. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I don't know, man. I got to pick it up. Like, I've been slacking, like I said. I just haven't been as active. I haven't cared as much, and I've been getting my ass whooped for it. I just thought I can just maintain and do all the lazy, like do the basic shit and still make good returns. And that's just not the case. I'm just not that good yet. And it kind of messed with my mental to hold, like usually back when I was winning, I was holding these big trades like whatever, like who cares, like I'm already up like almost 100% for that was like my mentality. It's like I'm almost up 100% for the year. Who cares if I let some money go? But then after I started losing money, that mentality left. And like, now I'm like arguing with myself over every dollar. Like I should sell this because I'm up, this much. And this can help me get back to my all account time highs, whatever. Like it's be a bunch of bullshit going on through my head now when I trade. So I just got to get back to grinding it out and, get back to a winning mentality instead of a maintaining mentality. I think I don't know. Because I don't think you're supposed to just work entirely throughout life. I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. I'm kind of lost, but yeah, most of you guys know I work extremely hard. I've been at this for years, showing up every day, like really grinding it out, um, trying to figure out what works, testing different things, back testing, putting together programs to help me back. I've been doing tons of stuff, and then when I turned 32, my goal in life was to stop. Like it was to stop working as hard and just maintain what I have and use the knowledge to progress in life. And it's only been 2 months, so I don't know if I should quit on that mentality, but it's not working and it's not fun either. So, but whatever. But yeah, we just talk about the trades. We talk about mentalities. We do prep work. We got playbooks. I mean, I've done most of the stuff. We share resources. Once again, most of the stuff is by me. A lot of the prep work lately has been by Boatin' Boy. I was doing the prep work at first. So yeah, I don't know. It's been a roller coaster ride, but once I made like the Discord or the I guess the pod, the market was great for like the first 2 months of it, and then the market went to shit, and then Thoden kind of like he just relaxed, like he just said like, hey, I'm about to just step out because not like step out like leave, but like I'm about to stop trading. He went on vacation, did some other stuff, and then me thinking I was doing so good for the year, thinking like, nah, I'm gonna stick around because I was just thinking I'm like I'm him, like I'm doing amazing, like I can weather this storm. I couldn't. You can't beat the market, man. That's a lesson that's gonna probably humble me. I hope this is the last time that humbled me because it's not the first time I had like huge returns and then I just squandered it mainly in the summertime thinking, yeah, I can make money in the summer. Like I can do this when the market's just not, cooperating the way it should. Uh yeah. So quit on that mentality. I don't know if I should quit on that mentality, man. Like, bro, I'm a slave to work. And I like since like 22, 21, I've been slaving my entire life working, trying to figure it out, like trying to get out the rat race. Like seriously, I've been literally slaving since like 22, like every day putting in multiple hours, just trying different stuff, like to move up in life. And I moved up a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like I moved up a ton. Like, I pretty much came from Portum, you know, literally, like I not like exactly Portum. I had two parents in our household and stuff like that. So don't get me wrong. Like Portum as in financially, not Portum, not poor as in mentality, not poor as like I was raised on no values, no customs. I had a dad at home, I had a mom, but financially we didn't have a lot. But I worked my ass to get out of that situation. I have a lot financially. Not that I really care. I mean, the time that I had was just used to play Elden Ring. Since I changed mentalities, all I did was play Elden Ring. Like all I did was play Elden Ring and lose money. Yeah, that's the thing. I put in a lot of work to get to this point, and I thought I had enough foundation to keep moving forward without putting in so many hours. I don't know if that's true though. Looking at it right now, I don't think that's the case. And more than anything, it's just like I'm just not disciplined. So the knowledge is not even being applied correctly because I'm just not being disciplined anymore. Like that's like a huge thing. Like I'm not even waking up at like 9 o'clock to really have 30 minutes prepare for the market, see what I'm looking. I'm waking up like, right before the market opens. Burberry, yeah, I think that's probably true. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking that in this stock game, it's just you always have to be disciplined, always on top of your routine, always, paying attention. I think you have to show up every day. I think you have to. And I don't think you have the option of not being disciplined when, especially trading something that's very execution based. Like, oh, if I was doing swing trading or something, which I don't think is that profitable, but if I was doing swing trading or something, then yeah, sure, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can have the luxury of not showing up every day and not being so attentive. But I'm doing momentum based trading. I really can't afford to bullshit around. And that's what I learned, you know? And I don't think I gave enough credit to my old self and how much I worked, how many hours I put in, because when I changed mentalities, or when I was trying to change mentalities, not only was it a battle with myself, but you know, when I was sitting there, I had so much extra time in life. Like I just had so much extra time because I wasn't streaming. I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't cooking. I was eating fast food. Like I literally just wasn't doing the things that I used to do that used to take up all my time. Like I'm not going to the gym. I'm not doing none of this stuff. Like I'm just living life as what I perceive to be the regular non-disciplined human that goes around in life just settling for whatever. And I fucking hated it. I hate it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I didn't progress in anything during that time. All I did was make a overpowered Elden Ring character. That was my only accomplishment. And while I did enjoy playing Elden Ring for a while, watching everything crumble in life was just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like why do I care about playing this game when I'm losing all my gains? Like it didn't like, I don't know, man. But I don't know if that's the right mentality to have, because it's only been 2 months and, you know, changing is a painful experience. And like I said, the key thing here could just be being disciplined, you know, waking up on time, you know, prepping for more than 5 minutes a day. It could just be basic stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm going to go all super try hard, work every single day, bust my ass for stocks, but I know I'm going to pick it up a little bit. And I think the first thing to do with that is just getting back on a streaming schedule, like just showing up, you know, showing up the stream. That don't even take that much energy. I just turn on the computer and look. That's not that hard. Like if I just did my regular stream for an hour, it'll probably be good enough, and it'll probably keep me in a mentality, you know. But yeah, like you're right. Like I gotta lock in, and it's not like lock in like I need to study the stock market. It's just like lock in like mentally, you know. Be disciplined. Trade your strategy. Quit doing bullshit. Quit taking gambles. And that was most why I lost so much money. I was just doing dumb stuff because I don't know. That mentality shift of, oh, well, yeah, I don't know. But we'll get through it regardless. I mean, I trust myself that, you know, and I know I have the ability to turn into that other person and just be disciplined and work extremely hard whenever. I mean, that's probably the real me at this point in my life. Anyways, let's get back into this. So GovX was the big trade, right? GovX was the big trade. You could have took this on a 5 minute. You could have took it on a 10. I mainly try to trade to 10 now, so I'm going to focus on the 10 for now on. But yeah, you can see we start off the day and we got this big linear move on some pretty decent volume right out the gate, like 1.7 million on the first 10-minute bar, 3.3 million. You can see the volume increasing. Then we had a breakout here, 5.5 million. And just in the morning alone, it was up 20%. So this should have probably hit a lot of people's scans. It's up 20% and it's pinging right around the same area. So you can see it's like 441, 441, 442. So it's giving you everything you want to see. Big volume in the morning compared to yesterday. So the days before this, if I zoom in here, you can see there's no volume here. The stock has no volume. On top of that, this stock is very bursty. So, I mean, you should be alert. So the day before, it picks up volume, picks up volume, picks up volume, picks up volume, picks up volume. And I heard that it was in theme for like monkeypox or something. I don't even know. Whatever crazy disease they got going on that's going to disappear in like 5 days anyways. But I probably shouldn't say that because I guess some stuff doesn't affect America and then it affects other places and it actually doesn't disappear. So that's kind of fucked up in me. But regardless, there is you can see consistently each day the volume. So this should have already been on your radar. This wasn't on my radar. Once again, mainly because I've been bullshitting. So this wasn't on my radar. But if it was, you had a very like an opportunistic trade right here at the beginning of the day. You could have got in at 441. That's where you should have got in at for a 3.75 risk. And this thing skyrocketed. 90 went up 97%. You would have really got stopped out here. You'd have made 60% on literally a quarter of your account. So you'd have made, what's that, 15% of your account on this trade? So, and I don't know, and you had opportunity to add. So I actually got in here. I got in here at the top of this bar. Let me tell you what I did on this trade. All right, man. Let me tell you what I did. We got to mark this one up too, but let me zoom in a little bit more. This is probably one of the best trades of the year. Honestly, this is probably one of the best trades of the year. I'm surprised it came at a time like this. There's been some heavy hitting trades, but yeah, this is probably one of the most, because this trade was so telegraphed and so obvious, right? We got a multi runner here, picking up on volume after having no volume. This is just a huge sign that like this is the most important sign. No volume to tons of volume for multiple days. Now it's picking up an ADR, and now it's trading, each day is trading like a very large percent, 20%, 28%. Even the range on this day. What is the range on this day? 35. Okay. The next day we come in, we're trading more volume than ever before. Not ever, but compared to the other days. This might be the highest volume day. Yeah, it is the highest volume day. Not that I really paid that attention, but like if you just look, like it's trading more volume than it looks like it ever has before. And the first thing that happens is we go up 20% and we hold. We hold right here. So on a 5 minute, this is what this looks like. Right? I think that's what it looks like. Yeah. Go up right here and we just hold this. So we go up and we hold this for multiple bars and then it breaks. You couldn't ask for an easier trade. This is literally the setup. Now, if we go back to what we talked about beforehand with the review, right? Requirements: intraday momentum breakout, trade universal explosive stock, has high R valve on the day, big linear move into consolidation, consolidate holds near high, entry bar has R valve, entry bar has R valve versus consolidation, trade the very liquid stocks. These are all the requirements. This is literally the perfect stock for this setup, right? We got a 20% move off the back. The stock is trading its highest volume pretty much ever. It's trading millions per 5 minute bar at $4. So the first 15 minutes is already traded like $12 million volume. You can't really get much more liquid than that. Like, I mean, what else could you look for when we talk about liquidity? So we're not going to be facing slippage. It consolidates perfectly. No one's going to question this consolidation. Is anyone going to come here and say, oh, it doesn't look like it's consolidating? This looks like consolidation. Like, you're not going to find much better consolidation than that. So this is like literally one of the most, this is one of the best trades and it's one of the most obvious trades on the day. Once again, unfortunately, it wasn't in my scan because my scan sucks. And two, I just been bullshitting. Like it's been going up multiple, like each day. I don't need to scan it. All I need to do is actually go over the best plays of the day, and this would have popped up. It have popped up the day before. It have popped up the day, before that. It should have popped up Wednesday, right? So then we get the highest bar of volume on the breakout. All right, man. Like, there's nothing more else to say here. Just in the first 30 minutes, it literally. It characterized my setup perfectly. It's nothing. I mean, it's nothing else to say. So I don't know. I mean, it's just a beautiful trade overall. I wasn't there, but then it gave another opportunity. So if you was in here and you held through this consolidation, I usually don't hold through the consolidation periods. I don't really like to do that. But if you did do that, then you'd have entered at 422, somewhere around there, 441. Okay, 441. And then you would have got another entry at this bar right here. Actually, you'd have entered right here. You might have got stopped out, so this could have fucked you up on your whole position. If I'm putting this on YouTube, I probably shouldn't say fuck, but who cares? Yeah, strong. Very strong right here, right? So we get another good breakout. Breaks the high, pulls back, right? Fumbles it. Cool. That's very common at 12 o'clock. That's very common during the lunch hour. This is the American lunch hour, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. I try not to trade during this period. Not only historically is it the lowest volume trading period, it's also the period where day traders stop trading. At 12 p.m., day traders are not active. And a lot of day traders are the ones that push up your stock because swing traders are not the ones buying your stock intraday. So anyways, doesn't really matter. I mean, it's not like 12 p.m. can't work out because I did have a trade that worked at 12 p.m. this day that we'll talk about next. But yeah. So you get another breakout entry here, and I actually took this perfectly. This is a 5% entry. 5% risk right here, pretty much. Take the high of day after the consolidation. This looks perfect. You get high volume on the breakout compared to the consolidation period, right? And yeah, then we just burst up. We burst up from here. Each one is, you can see the bottom of each bar going up. Higher low, 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 higher low. This is not a higher low, so maybe you would have sold here, but if you would have used a 10 or whatever, you see the bounce back off, which is very strong sign, right? And you would have sold out here, or here, or here, like I don't know, whichever one. You'd have sold when it broke the line, right? And what this would have been is a 27% gain. If you would have sold here, you at most you'd have been up 42%, and you risk 5%. So you got a decent trade here. And if you had anything left over from this position, you'd have had a huge trade here, right? So this is a very good trade. I mean, essentially, if you would have held throughout this whole thing and then sold when it really broke the line for the first time, like when it actually really broke it, like strong, you'd have got a 67% move on a 4% risk, 3.5% risk. Okay, we can say 67. So this is over a 10R trade. Like I said, this is like a 10. So that's 15 right there. When we get to 60, yeah, this is like a 16R trade. So 16% of your account could have been made just off this basic setup. Once again, that's not exactly how I would have traded it, but just giving the basic requirements of the system, that's how I started off trading this system. That's how I would have been. Now, I would have took this on a 10-minute. And the 10-minute, I would have took it here, 4% risk. I wouldn't have sold until like, I would have sold here. Because I would have probably sold like here, honestly. So I would have sold at like 70%. Still like the same trade on a 5-minute or 10-minute. You just have less chop. Like you're just avoiding less chop. But the thing is, I would have added here and got my whole account in right here. Because I would have already been up on this trade so much. So I would have added the rest of my account. I limit myself to my full account per one trade. So I can't go much more than that. On the 10-minute though, this is 6.36. And this is where I actually entered the trade. Because remember I said this wasn't on my radar. So I actually entered here. So I entered here, and for whatever reason in my mind, I said, I made so much money today. I'm just going to take what they give me. And I sold out like 10 cents later. So I entered, what was this? 5. So I pretty much I entered at, I think 596, and I sold out at 606. And I was talking to Bolton Boy, and I was telling him, I was like, bro, I'm such an idiot. Like, I don't even understand. Like, I was so okay with settling for doing good that day, just having a positive day, that I didn't even try to execute this trade. I just said, oh look, I'm up 10 cents. All right, got a bunch of shares. Okay, I'm gonna get out. That's good enough for me, bro. This thing went up $2.50. I settled for 10 cents. That's not even 10% of the value that I could have got on this trade. This blew a huge opportunity. Not only did I blow a huge opportunity because I didn't pay attention to this in the morning, I blew a huge opportunity because I didn't execute this trade at all. So very bad, very bad. Just very bad trading right there. Just terrible execution on what I think was probably the most obvious and trade of the year. Like this is not the most rewarding trade of the year, but it was probably the easiest trade of the year. Look at this. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Go into consolidation. You break consolidation. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. How can you fuck this trade up? This trade is trading itself. This trade is literally trading itself. You did not have to do anything to make money on this trade. It wasn't a roller coaster ride. It was nothing. This is not the up and down trade that you see on some of these like Indo or something. This is not that. This is just a very linear move. Like look at this. Boom, boom, boom. This trade is not doing none of that stuff. This trade is just going straight up. Straight up consolidation, straight up. Then it finally broke down. You didn't have to do anything on this trade. Not a thing. But I blew it. It's crazy, right? I don't know. Crazy. Easiest trade of the year, probably. I probably should mark this one up. I'm just gonna screenshot this. I'm so lazy. Why am I so lazy now, man? I don't even want to mark up the trade. Bruh. Oh, how do I screenshot again? I hit the wrong button. F5 and then Control Alt screen. Yeah. There we go. And then I'll just save this. I'm so lazy. This is not acceptable. Let's actually mark this trade up, bro. We can at least give it something. Entry bar here. You get another entry bar here. You also get an entry bar here, even though this one failed. We get our breakdown here. So let's just do our first stop would have been here, technically, for me. Yeah, and then we can assume a stop here. And then we'll just do yellow as I don't know what should we do for like the risk? Oh, I need text. Oh, okay. Green. Let's do text. This is our risk was 4%. Okay, and then the risk here from the top of here, our risk is what was it, 6? It's like 6.5. I don't know. It was like 6. I don't remember what it was. Like 6.5 or something. Right? So yeah. Should probably write something else. Do some yellow text. Multi-day runner on monkeypox theme. Extreme momentum. I don't care. I can't spell intraday. Intraday. Very liquid. Multiple. All right, that's good enough. This is like oh, okay, last thing. 16R trade possible on basic system. All right, now we can save it. I gotta get out of the mode of being lazy. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen again. I really don't want to work hard. Like I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worse losing because you're not working hard, or if it's just worse feeling like a slave because you are working hard but you're making good progress in life. I really don't understand which one's worse. Like, it's a very hard question to answer right now for me. Like, do I want to go back to busting my ass every day? Can I find an in between? Uh, I don't know. Anyways, the other trade of the day was the other trade was actually a banger trade too. So we had, but I would say this trade is trade of the week for sure. Like, without question, it's trade of the week. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I got in the trade at I got in the trade at 593 and I sold out at 605. Bruh. I'm a clown. All right, this is the other good trade of the week, of the day. Now, yeah, so you can see this is a multi-day runner, extreme high volume. Once again, no volume the day before. I hope someone's paying attention to this. No volume the day before, and then it comes back, and on the day where it sees that extreme momentum, you get extreme liquidity. So, yeah, I don't know if people are actually picking up what I'm putting down. Like, I mean, figure out what type of universe you want to trade. It's not that hard, but yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I don't know when I took this trade. This trade actually doesn't look that good. So this is probably another undisciplined trade that I just took and made money on, so I thought it was good. But now looking back, trade looks like shit. Is that true, or did I just do something different? This didn't make a linear move at all. I mean, it didn't make a linear. Nah, this was a good trade, but I can't put my finger on it. All right, I will not be adding this one to the repo, but I did take this trade. So let's see where I entered. I think I know where I entered. I'm pretty sure I entered at the 10-minute high for no apparent reason. I'm pretty sure. Because I've been doing, no. I need to see a linear move first. That's what should happen. Anyway, I made a fortune on this trade, regardless. I don't think that's justification though. Where did I enter at? Tell me where I entered. I took this trade multiple times. Oh my. Wow. That's interesting. I won't even be able to repeat this trade. I don't even know where I entered that. All right, so my first entry is 1176. Okay. So that's pretty much, I tried to aim for the high of this, and I guess I did not get it. I'm assuming, and then my risk would have been here. So 6% risk. Pretty much what I'm doing is taking the high of the 10-minute entry because I consider this stock in momentum for the day because it gapped up so much and it had so much volume. That's pretty much, I should have waited for a linear move, but I did not. Why? Because I'm undisciplined. But I'll be honest with you. Not waiting for the linear move has been working on the 10-minute. But I still think that's a terrible idea because while it might have worked like the last 2 weeks, I don't think it's a good strategy. I think you should, obviously wait for a linear move to happen. Because most stocks that move linear, they give you opportunities. And you want to see it make that linear move into consolidation, which I would say I really haven't been doing. Come on. Come on, computer. Stay with me. So I entered at 1176. Worked out very well, as you can see. But this trade was obviously not as telegraphed as the other one. And I grabbed this. I sold my first partials at what? God damn. I sold my first partials at $15. $15.36. Okay. $15.60. Sold some partials at $15.60. So why did I sell at $15.60? Oh, I sold at $15.60 because it was breaking down. That makes sense. Fungus, thanks for the follow. What do you mean? What's the plan? Oh, you must have just got in here. Yeah, I just went over it a decent amount, but the plan is to catch intraday momentum. That's the sum it up. You wait for a linear move, and then you wait for consolidation. You take the break of the high of day when it's consolidating near the high of day. You place your stop pretty much at the low. I have I closed out of the stuff. Okay. Dude, what am I doing? Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to show the thing. Yeah, I had a brain fart. MLGO, 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 MLGO. No. Can't find. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so these are the requirements, and this is the strategy pretty much. See, wait for linear move, and then you wait for consolidation at the near the high of day. So you get a linear move, then you want to see consolidation after that linear move, near holding the highs. Actually, why am I doing that? We just had a good one. We just had a very good one. Yeah. So as you can see, not as much explanation, but you wait for a linear move. You can see a linear move. This is actually a 20% move up, even though it doesn't look like that because this ran up over 100% this day. But and then you want extreme liquidity. So then you want tons of momentum. That's just saying RVAL on a day. And then you wait for the consolidation, and then you wait for the breakout bar to have, relative high volume compared to where it's consolidating. And then you put your stop at the low of the bar and you enter at the high of day. So that's pretty much the plan, to not repeat it, a lot. This trade is bad. I don't know why I took this trade. Let's see if this trade looks better on the 5-minute. Like, what was I looking at here? On the 5-minute it looks better, I guess, here. But I executed this well, though. I entered here, and then I stopped myself out when it broke the momentum here and went down, even though it kept going. And then I think I entered again at 16 something. That's what I should have did, knowing. Yeah, I entered at 1684. And then I should have sold again at 1797, somewhere around there. Because that's where it breaks the momentum again on the 10-minute. Yeah, and I sold at 1832. So, yeah, made tons of money on this trade. And then did I take the trade again? I probably did because I'm a greedy fuck. And I'm probably sure just seeing, yes, I took the trade again at 1982 and I sold out at 2012. I sold out randomly too. That was probably me settling. That was me settling, and it actually worked that time. Because I probably said, oh, I made enough money on this. Let's just get out of here and take our money on the day. And after all that stuff was happening, that's when I was in GovX, and that's kind of mentality that I carried over to GovX, which you can see did not help me because this was a better trade. Went up more, and I could have made more money on it. But since I had already made so much money on this trade, I kind of just, what was it, CING? Yeah, I kind of just said whatever. And that was like my mentality. I had literally settled because I had made so much money. And I was just like, oh, I'm up some more money. Nice. I'll take that and just leave. But I wasn't thinking about I can win another big trade on a day. That just wasn't in my, that literally wasn't in my mindset at the time of taking a trade. All right, well, this stream is long enough. I'm going to handle everything else off stream because I've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. And yeah. Anyways, I'll be back to streaming a couple of times a week at least. Hopefully I say a couple, but hopefully I stream every single day because that will be good for me. Okay, I'll check my DMs after I get off the stream. But yeah, that'll be good for me to yeah, I got you. That'll be good for me to get back on my shit because this helps me focus and it definitely helps me reveal like what I'm doing is stupid. Like talking on stream, recording it and having it like sit there and going over stuff. Like, I mean, obviously I go over my trades on my own, but I don't think I'm as intense if I'm not off stream. Like I've been very lackluster lately on the effort and like the reviews. I review the trade and be like, yeah, that trade was dumb. And that's just it. Not actually paying attention to why the trade was dumb, why I'm actually taking the trade and stuff like that. So, at least the days that I take trades, I will at least show up to do review on the trades that I took. I can at least do that. So every single day I take a trade, I'll at least show up to stream. That's something I can do. That's very low effort too. So if I don't trade, then I might not show up. All right. What do you say? We could. Oh, he's saying we could blast you for GovX. Yeah. I deserve it, man. I mean, like, I hold myself accountable. Listen, I've lost a lot of, I was up almost 100% this year. I've lost a lot of that money. I'm not afraid to say it because I know I can get it back. I know I'm a good enough trader to do it if I actually want to sit down at the computer and be disciplined. But that's the question I have to answer to myself. Is it really worth it? Probably, but I don't know. I don't know what the mentality of life is right now. I don't know if the mentality of life right now is to keep moving forward in life and get better, or if the mentality is to maintain. Either way it goes, I have to be more disciplined. And I'm going to start off by being more disciplined by just showing up to trade every day. I see my mic is hitting like the red level. That's not good. Yeah, by showing up every day. Damn, it's like really hitting the red level. Jeez, let's move this away a little bit. But yeah, I can show up every day and put in effort to review my trades. That's like the bare minimum. That's like bare min. That's not hard. Reviewing a trade takes 10, 15 minutes. Turning on my stream, I literally just click a button. But yeah, all right. Thanks to you guys for tuning in. I'll be back, like I said, the days that I actually do a trade. So if you see a big trade that happened on a day, you should probably see me stream. So if you see another GovX or another opportunity that happened, yeah, you should probably see me there streaming. So, because I mean, this is what I trade. Now, overall, I do think the market is getting better. I do think you could probably taken swings last week and they probably would have worked out. But I also thought that here, I don't know. Swing trading is hard as hell. That's all I got to say. And it don't be working out with like the stops. I don't know. Like I had ASTS, pretty annoyed. Took ASTS here. It went up a stream amount, almost 100%. I got stopped out here. Bruh. Why? A couple of days later, it just runs. Why? That's how swing trades happen all the fucking time. It's just like a mystery, man. Like, shit's ass. Swing trading's ass. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. It just hasn't worked. I mean, it worked for me like 1 year, but all the other years, it's been like net negative. So, but I'll tell you what's not negative. This momentum stuff. Get your money, you get out. You don't really have to hold. You don't have to really worry about, oh, is the stock market going to do this the next day? You just focus on then and there. You take the money and get out. You lose money on it, it's probably your fault. It's probably because you're not studying hard enough. You're not being disciplined. You're not focused up. You're not hitting the opportunities you should be. It's not going to be because the market just changed or something like that. And I like when accountability is on me and I don't have to blame the market. I like taking accountability for and being in control of my future and not being a victim. I like taking onus for my mistakes and onus for my successes. Either way it goes, you're not going to beat the market. And no matter what. All right, anyways, I'm out. That's really it. Peace. What? What button is it? All right, there we go. Peace.